Islam. Islam.
Islam.
Praise the Almighty God Allah for making it to this live stream that we're doing today. A health segment on colon health. We'll be coming to you every other Monday. But before we go any further, we're going to say the Moorish American prayer. And we'll do that on the count of one, starting from three. Sheikess Wright-Bey, the juice lady. Why don't you lead us in the prayer on one? So 3, 2, 1.
Islam.
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 Allah, the Father of the universe.
Allah, the Father of the universe.
The Father of love.
Father of love.
Truth.
Truth.
Peace.
Peace.
Freedom.
Freedom.
And justice.
And justice.
Justice.
Allah is my protector.
Allah is my protector.
My guide.
My guide.
And my salvation.
And my salvation.
By night.
By night.
And by day.
And by day.
Through his holy prophet.
Through his holy prophet.
Drew Ali.
Drew Ali.
Amen.
Amen.
Can y'all hear me clear? Is it like a delay or I'm good?
No, we could hear you. You good.
All right. Cool. All
right. Praise Allah. So once again, at Moorish Sense, we just always like to put out there, we communicate, we don't debate.
That's right.
We don't charters, we don't dispute who is the Supreme Grand Sheikh and things of this nature. So we're bringing this segment to you today because one of the things is across the Moorish circuit, you'll hear Moors kind of talk bad about the reincarnated prophet, brother prophet. And one of the reasons being is because of the fact that he required Moors not to eat meat.
That's right.
If you were going to eat meat, he said that the only meat that you should eat is fish. And of course, because people don't want to be disciplined or whatever the case may be, because they can't conquer those particular foes, we're not getting down on people that are not able to do that, but we're asking you to work towards that because somewhere in the Quran we read that the substance of the body can be raised to a higher tone. And the only way that we're going to do that is if we stop eating flesh.
That's right.
And there's plenty other alternatives to gain protein. And, dealing with the juice lady that we have with us today, she really has encouraged me to do some things. And I'll let her go into, because she's going to be talking about colon health. And somewhere also in the Quran, I read even that health is what is honesty to the soul. I'm paraphrasing a little bit, but
Okay.
you know, we can't come into spirit, or you're not going to get a lot out of spirituality if you come into spirituality, because we are man and woman is a tri-unity. And what I mean by a tri-unity, we are a spirit, a soul, and a body. And this physical body has to be in tune with your spirit and your soul. And one of the best ways to do it is if you get your house, which is your temple, which is your body, in order. So we're going to, let the juice lady talk to us about some colon health. And we'll be coming to you every other Monday, and she'll be, our health advocate and guide. She's a certified juice therapist. And of course, along with some other personal experiences as far as health is concerned. So without further ado, we're going to let the juice lady, or we're going to start this conversation out.
Islam, everybody. I'm Sheikess Wright-Bey. I'm an advocate of health and wellness, always have been. Even before Moorish Science, I always been attracted to health and wellness. Even before I stopped eating meat, I was always attracted to health and wellness. It's just I had to take the time to discipline myself mentally to start physically doing it. And now that I'm physically doing it, I think I'm able to talk about it and try to get other people on board, because the colon is pretty much is like the main center of each and every organ in our body. We have not been taught that our colon is connected to each organ, such as your eyes, your ears, your tonsils. Back in the day, people used to get their tonsils and stuff taken out and not knowing that that's connected to the colon. Diseases such as colon cancer, of course, liver cancer, all types of kidney issues and kidney failure, all connected to the colon. Why is it connected to the colon? Because the colon is the body's sewage system. And if the sewage system ain't working right, how you gonna clean out? How your body gonna absorb any nourishment or anything if the sewage system is not cleaned out? So today I wanted to just cover a few things, which I'm gonna start off. The colon is related, which I just said, to each cell and organ. In order for us to live, our body must be properly nourished. Properly nourished with what? Reliable foods, raw roughage, meaning like kale, spinach, kale, spinach, broccoli, Brussels sprouts, fruits, probiotics, water. All our bodies need to be nourished with these things. You notice I didn't say meat, because meat, and I'm not talking about anybody that still eat it, because to be honest, I was eating fish. I just recently stopped. I would say about 3 months now, 4 months. And my body feels excellent. Like when you have that meat trapped up in your system, it sits. And if you're not cleaning properly, it creates bad bacteria in our stomachs. We have two bacterias. One is the healthy and one is the disease producing. I enforce probiotics because it helps balance you out, balance your stomach bacteria out. Bad bacteria causes diseases. It causes stinky bowels, and it causes your vitamins and your minerals not to absorb properly into your body to give you life and optimal health. Many of us have become slaves of our stomachs in allowing our stomach to dictate what we put in. And I'm saying this because I have talked to many people about not eating meat or just coming into a more healthy and conscious way of taking care of yourself. Self-care. That's what I call it, self-care. Because when you start caring for yourself, you start caring about other people as well. So taking care of you first by getting that gut in order, meaning cleaning out, and cleaning out and putting the proper things in, which I have, Sheikess Wright-Bey just said I had told him about colonics and things like that.
Yeah, stop
trying to keep meat out.
Stop talking about me.
Ain't nobody talking about you. Ain't nobody talking about you. But yeah,
I'm just joking, right? Because
before I get to it,
I want people to know, you know, if you feel that way, it's not personal. You know, we trying to actually help you get in order. And the personal, you know, the Sheikess, I was, you know, I just had got surgery. And I had my thyroid removed. So, you know, basically one of the things, you know, I was eating meat and stuff like that, and mainly chicken and turkey and fish. And I went to go get the colonic, and I felt real good. And then, like, I think it was a day later, I ate, like, it was a small piece of salmon. I ate it, and my vibration automatically went down. I was like real sleepy. And I said, from that day, I said, guess what? I ain't messing with meat no more if I can help it. And since then, I haven't eaten. I haven't even really been counting how long it's been, but that's just a bad witness and a testimony to how you'll feel after, you know, you get your colon cleaned and then, you know, eat meat. Yeah. I just wanted to throw that in there.
And the thing is, yeah, and then the thing is, you know, just for other people that are listening, it's not, even if you don't have in your mind that you want to stop eating meat right now, but just mainly, my main goal is to get people to give that digestive system a break, like with juicing. Like, juicing is a powerful way to get nourishment in your body without your body doing a whole bunch of work to separate all these minerals and vitamins away from waste. So I bring out meat because, number one, you don't want to put anything dead in your body. We know that for your body to work, function properly, you have to put life in your body. Life. Like I said, water, green vegetables, fruits, vitamins, exercise, all of that needs to be a part of your everyday regimen for you to become optimal health. Not saying you gotta go to the gym every day, because I know I don't. At least walking, going up and down steps, just be active throughout the day. That'll help move your colon. The colon is the colon is the same height as you, and it's the same width as your wrist. So look at your wrist, stand up and look at your wrist. And when you eating the things that you eating, imagine those things coming through your colon, trying to get through all. And you what? I'm 5'6", 5'5". If I'm 5'5", my colon is the same height as me, and the width of my wrist. So if I'm constantly piling in processed foods, sugars, all of that stuff, at some point it's going to get stuck somewhere, because those things are not producing water for the colon. That's why we become backed up or constipated, going to the bathroom once a day or twice a week. That's, you know, we might think that that's normal for us, but it's really not normal. And I had a personal testimony. I really didn't know why. I was really just going to the bathroom one time a day. Like, that really was like messing me up, because I would have mood swings. I would have headaches. I would always have gas and bloating and abdominal pains and wondering why. And then when I stopped and took a break and got into juicing, it gave my body a chance to just let everything flow. And then I went into doing colonics, and that poured all that waste out. We have to realize that the colon is a muscle. So when we eating, the food, when your food is going down, your colon is pulsating. And all it's pulsating for is to bring all the liquids out. It's looking for water, which consists of vitamins and minerals. That's all it is. So if you're eating meat that's already dead, and then you're cooking it again, and then it's going down in your stomach, what benefit or what vitamin and mineral is you getting from it? Because you can get that same vitamin and mineral from mushrooms, shiitake mushrooms, portobello mushrooms. You can get that same thing from quinoa. And these things are actually feeding your body, and you won't feel sluggish or ready to lay down. You actually energetic. And then it turns into the circadian rhythm with your body. It gets into in tune with the seasons outside, the nature. It get in tune with you waking up in the morning without a alarm clock. You start, your intuition gets stronger, and you can really like hear your thoughts and be clear, along with other things. You add as you go, meditation and things like that. But other than that, colon health is really, really, really important. And I really want to talk to our Moorish brothers and sisters, because these are family, along with my immediate family or whoever else is listening. Like, we really need to take care of ourselves so we can be more active and not being afraid of getting sick. We create the sickness in ourselves when we constantly do the same things over and over and feed our bodies things that it crave. Cravings ain't always good, but with a craving, it's also other things that you can eat to cut that craving for that, that negative, that adverse effect. You can, like, if you want sugar, something sweet, you can go and do the same thing with agave, or you can do the same thing with honey, and you actually being nourished, so colon health is where it is. And that's what I'm here as an advocate for, is just pretty much taking care of people colon, getting it clean. Let me help you get cleaned out, pretty much.
So tell us a little bit, because you're a certified juice therapist. So tell us a little bit about your detox and the things that you recommend as far as um you know with you being a juice lady and helping that process of individuals getting on to their start of becoming more healthy and clean. Because it's like this, Allah is not coming to a dirty house,
Right.
um and once
He'll
again,
come, but you ain't gonna be able to hear him.
well,
You're not gonna be able to hear him.
it's going to have to be an extreme emergency if Allah is going to come to a
Yeah.
dirty house.
Yeah.
It's going to have to be
Yeah.
extreme emergency. And like you say, you're not gonna be able to hear him clearly, or
Right.
what have you. But just give us some insight in reference to your regiment that you have, and then what you recommend as far as of course your regiment, and then after your regiment, the whole process that you recommend.
All right, yeah. Well, my juice detox is I call it Ancient Age 12 Juice Detox. The detox consists of 4 types of detoxes. So from cleansing, immune boost, energy boost, and refresh. So if a person come in and they're doing the cleansing, which I do recommend first, you can either do 3 days, 5 days, or 7 days. It's 2 separate juices within that kit, that so you won't get bored with one flavor. So you'll have something to bounce off of. So that works to get in and really pull up all that waste that's just in there. Juice has a something called structured water. That's like the most perfect water you can have in your body. And when you drinking it, that water is hydrating your colon, and it's lifting up all that waste. So after that, I recommend, along with that cleansing, I have a personal colonic hydrotherapist that I work with, and she will go in and give you colonic hydrotherapy and cleanse all of that waste that's been lifted up, and she can pull it all out, and it'll give your body a no. I mean, it's like you reset. Your taste buds will be different. You gonna just feel overall different. And as far as regimens daily, number one, stay hydrated. We should drink honestly a gallon of water. I mean, I don't know if anyone really. I mean, I have done it. I might drink half of that, but stay hydrated. Start off every day with like a warm glass of lemon water or a warm glass of water with lime or honey, just to get your stomach moving. And eat lots of fruits and vegetables, nuts, oatmeal, things like that. That's going to get your colon moving. And if you really want to know what will get you moving, just Google it. Like, you can Google a lot of things about your gut, what'll help you, and also take probiotics. Probiotics is good for that, to balance your good and bad bacteria, and that assists in that cleansing process as well.
So when you say probiotics, right? I know they do come in pill form, and so what about the ones that's called kombucha? If I'm enunciating it right?
Yeah, kombucha.
Okay.
Yeah, kombucha tea is very good. It's very good.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Praise the Lord. Because go ahead, Sheik.
Yeah, so Sheikess Wright-Bey, we had a question in the Moorish Media Sense chat. We had a question from my brother Denamil. He had a quick question. His question is, what will help clean the colon besides water? So he wanted to know, besides water, what would help clean the colon?
Besides water, you can do juicing. Like I said, juicing helps clean the colon. You want to stay away from laxatives because they're very harsh and it interrupts the natural flora. Colonic hydrotherapy, that's like the number one. I mean, a lot of people might not like it or the idea of it, but it is no other way. Like, that is the best way to get all that stuff out you, because it goes directly in and pull it straight out. And you feel the effects right after.
And celery. Celery.
Yeah, celery. That's what I was gonna say. Juice. You can do your celery juices. I'm gonna get into that because I have actually a little recipe I'm gonna leave everybody with. That's like a mucus buster. Yeah. Colonics and your enemas. I mean, some people do enemas. I really never dealt with enemas, but that is another way, a natural way to cleanse as well.
Yeah, because you know how some brothers funny about colonics, but let me tell you.
Yeah.
Right.
So happy.
It can be a touchy subject.
Right.
I'm so happy. I'm so happy I went and got one, right? Because listen, energy level, right, has been like, I've been good. Like, after I came back from my it was 3 sessions, the maintenance, I went. At first I was like, for the brothers, I was like, man, listen, I ain't doing Then I read up on some things. I talked to Sheikess Wright-Bey. I talked to a few other people, and they was like, yeah, you need to go get it, especially since I had the after the surgery to clean all of that the anesthesia and stuff out, mucus and stuff. Man, I went and got the colonic, right? After so I had to go for 3 sessions. And they were like maybe 2-3 days apart. I went. I felt good after the first one. Man, I slept like a baby. I like, it was the best sleep I ever had. And then, like I said, after that first one, I said, all right, I was like, yeah, I'm gonna eat some fish, because I wanted something good to eat.
He told me that. Are you serious?
Man, I ate that salmon. And once I ate it, next thing you know, instantly I went to sleep. And what my mind reflected on is some lessons that I read from Brother Prophet John Givens-Ill, and he talked about, what flesh does to your vibration.
Wow.
And automatically Allah spoke to me and was like, that's exactly what happened, because I ate the meat. My vibration was high. And when I ate the meat, it sent my vibration down. I had to take a nap and some more stuff. And I'm saying it wasn't about, the piece of salmon was probably about this big and probably about that long. It wasn't even much.
Wow.
So after that, I said, guess what? I said, you know what? I ain't messing with it no more.
Right.
I ain't messing with it no more.
Yeah, it's just not, and that's good, and it brightens your skin up. Y'all still hear me?
Oh yeah, we can hear you.
Oh yeah, I think Brendan blinked out. Yeah, it lightens your skin, the color lightens the white of your eyes. Like I said, your intuition is so freaking easy. It's like it's so strong, and it's just a blessing. It really is. And I'm glad I put myself through it so I can tell other people about it, because this is the key to optimal health and energy. It really is.
Right.
It's the key to it. It ain't no other way.
Because like we say in our, in our Sunday school, is that we not just focusing on the spirit, we focusing on the holistic person. And that's what
Right.
the Holy Quran of the Moorish Science Temple of America is all about. It's actually focusing on the holistic person. But of course, there's no compulsion in Islam, and we're not trying to, once again, we just want to keep putting this out here. We're not trying to force you to do this. We're not
Right.
trying to make it seem like you're a bad person
Right.
or anything like that. So we putting that disclaimer out. We're just saying, in order for you to benefit from the prophet's teachings the way that we have benefited, or other people in the past, and not just from the prophet's teachings, any teachings that you're dealing with, in order for you to be able to clearly understand and to communicate with the God of your understanding, you gotta clean yourself out, and you gotta eat right, and think right,
Right.
treat people right, etc. It's not just oh, I go to the temple, I go to a church, I go to a mosque, I make my prayers. No, this is not the era time for that. We need more. And we can look in our communities and see,
The stores
about,
that's there, all of
yeah,
that.
absolutely.
You know,
Yes.
it brings me to, and we honor our true and divine prophets, Jesus, Muhammad, Buddha, and Confucius. So
Okay.
when we look at it, right, you said we have to clean ourselves up in order to get the right, state of mind. It makes me think about the Eightfold Path. And it also
Okay.
makes me think about, right view, right understanding, right intention, right speech, and right action. So, all of that ties
And
in.
there's levels.
Exactly. Exactly.
Yeah, yeah, because when you deal, a lot when you dealing with the Kabbalah, or what people say the tree of life, most of those people in those particular cultures, you can't study that system until you turn about 40.
Right.
But the tree of life, they have, well, just for basics, because I don't want to go too in depth. But when you're looking at the tree of life, there are 10 emanations, right? And the root, which is the 10th emanation, or the 10th circle, what you would call, and that deals with the physical reality of mankind. And it's where transitory work on self must begin, but this process must be done in a collective uh situation, right? It must be done. So like we here, and Sheikess Wright-Bey, the juice lady, you leading us in this discussion in reference to, the transitory work that we have to do. So it's not just about putting the right things in your mind, it's about putting the right things in your body, using the right soaps, and things of this nature, which will help us gain the optimal health.
And it say when we walk into the temple, it say know thyself. It's
Right.
like that's not just a saying, know
Mm-hmm.
thyself. You hear that even when I first became conscious, I used to hear it all the time. Know thyself, know thyself. It's so many aspects to us. It's so many aspects. Allah, He made us perfect. We are perfect. On down to our ears, like the way they're shaped. Our stomachs are created this way. I mean, come on. Allah created our intestine the height of us.
Wow.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, just think about that. Like,
Right.
He created everything in us properly, and all He wants us to do is just take care of it, so we can communicate with Him. That's it. It's like we all have work here to do, but how are we going to know what work we here to do if we can't hear?
That's right.
I didn't know I wasn't hearing, because it was being clouded by fear and thinking I don't have a place in the temple. That wasn't it. It was because I had to open myself up and see know myself first. And then when I know myself first, I can kind of get where Allah leading me as far as my work. And then he just opened up that line of communication.
That's right. Because what and it's not strange that you bring up that because what they call it is a know thyself. They call it a axiom, AXIOM, and what you see all across different cultures, and this is just to show that we had a global culture. That in Europe, the saying was "Gnos Satan," which is "Know thyself" in Greek. Then when you go down into the Toltec tradition, it was they found it in those particular temples. They found it in Egypt. And for those who are not familiar with the Toltec tradition, that's in Central and South America. And then all in many different places. So this is just to show you that we had a global culture, and that global culture, uh, what the Prophet Noble Drew Ali is bringing to us. He's just bringing us a new way of thinking, and not necessarily a new way of thinking. He's bringing us an old way of thinking, but he had to bring it in this era time so that we would be able to make the connections to be able to say, oh, okay, and be proud that our ancestors brought those particular things and that these things work for them and it can work for us.
Right. You is totally right. Well, I want to do a cool fact. I think every other Monday I'm gonna find a fun fact for everybody. Today I'm gonna talk about the ears, the way they shape. A lot of us don't know, we don't hear with our ears. The way our ears the way they are set is to transmit frequencies and sound waves, which come in and go directly to the brain, and then the brain breaks it down to let us know what it is. So that just show you how Allah created us perfectly. We are fearfully and wonderfully made, and we really need to take care of ourselves seriously, because we only got one body. Like, just take care of it. You'll feel so much better.
Because if you lose that bad boy, you lose that body.
That's it. It's a health is to the body, like honesty is to the soul. If you don't have health in your body, what is you going to do? I mean, you have to have health in your body. And it's not just about breathing and getting up every day. It's about fully taking responsibility for your health and not being a slave to your stomach. Because it's not. I have a dad, my father passed from liver cancer. And I know if I would have had this information before he passed away, I would have pushed to get him in the colonic.
That's right.
Because I know for a fact that at least would have slowed it down, But he didn't know. He did what he had to do when he was here. He ate the things he ate and made the decisions we make, So just not coming down on nobody, because I'm not perfect. Perfect at all. I just want everybody. This is just something, when you do it, you have to tell people about it, because it is a key. To our, it is a key to our spirituality. And like taking care of ourselves.
Like I say in the Holy Bible, which we refer to as being the Piscean record, it says, "For the lack of knowledge, my people perish."
That's right.
Right.
And because we lack that particular knowledge, and some of our people are afraid to say, well, I don't know, like you said, Allah created us perfectly and he gave us a body, right? But he furnished it with weakness. And as a result of that, but he armed us with resolution as well, right? So the resolution, like you've given us the names of the different fruits and the things that we can do, which is the resolution to some of that weakness,
Right.
Praise Allah.
It's no, what is that in the Holy Bible? Even in the Bible, it says, "Is no temptation to man, which a way is not provided out." I'm paraphrasing. It's always a way out.
It's always right.
It's always a way out.
Right.
So this is our way out. If if you want to come aboard, whatever.
So you know, you got to provide us with your Instagram and all that other good stuff. I mean, you know, before we get off the call, so
Right.
people can access your juice detox. And if they not in the Maryland area, um, you know, or if you are in the Maryland area where you know you can you know hook people up with your connections that you have in the Maryland area as far as
Right.
the colon cleanse and you know and how you know people can get in contact with you
Well,
to
they
be
can always call me. You know, my phone number, I can give you my phone number. It is 443-820-5541. Or
okay
I'm on Instagram at Juice World. It's Juice World.
okay
JUICEWHIRL. And that's on Instagram.
praise
And
the Lord,
Facebook as well. Is the same thing.
praise the Lord.
Yeah.
And I don't think you're getting away without giving us. You say you was gonna give us a recipe. You gave
Oh, all right. Yeah, I'm gonna
fun fact,
leave y'all
but
with
you
a
ain't give
recipe.
us the recipe.
Yeah, I'm gonna leave y'all with a recipe. It's a mucus buster. I call it spinning. Cause your eyes. Remember how you said you had garlic and you thought you seen?
Oh yeah, I'm gonna tell people about this story. Uh, but after you give your recipe, I'm gonna tell
Oh
people
yeah.
about the story.
So the recipe is 3 green apples,
Mm-hmm.
a ginger. It's really an inch of ginger, but me, I use a lot because I like mine spicy. That's just me. So three green apples, an inch of ginger, and lemon. When you juice your lemon, peel it. But when you peel it, keep the white on it because the white is where all the nourishment is. Don't let that white come off. And you just slice it and put it through your juicer. And that will, when you drink that, you know, like throughout the day, you will feel your nose going to drip or you won't be coughing up a little bit of mucus. But that's a straight mucus buster. That's 3 green apples, an inch of ginger or ginger to your taste, and 1 lemon. And let me know how y'all like it. Yeah, we can just respond on my Instagram page or my Facebook page. I'm up for conversation. If you have any questions, you can always reach out. I always got my phone in my hand. So I see your message when it pop up or text me or call me.
Praise the Lord. Uh, and that what happened was it was a Wednesday night meeting, right? And I was like, man, I wanted something good to eat, and basically I went to the market. And when I went to the market, what I did was I brought some garlic, I brought some chard, and chard looks like I think they call it Swiss chard.
Oh, yeah.
So if anybody ever seen the stems on beets, it's kind of
Right.
similar to that. And I brought I brought a red onion. So what I did was I was like, all right, I can make me a nice little salad. I'm gonna saute it with some olive oil. Man, I ate a whole I broke a whole clove up. I cut a whole onion up, and then I cut some Swiss chard up, and I kind of, you know, sauteed it with, you know, real lightly in a pan. Man, I ate that stuff, man. And when I went outside, because it was dark, I went outside and I'm like, is it snowing? Because it was cold outside.
That's
I'm like, is it
ridiculous.
snowing? But what I'm thinking is that the onions and the garlic was so strong, it was making me see like stars. And then when I got to the temple, Sheikess Wright-Bey and another sister was sitting there, and they were like,
Oh, shit. Stanley.
I smell something. And I'm like, I said, oh, it's garlic. And they was like, oh, they started laughing at me because I smell just like garlic. But
This juice, this mucus buster, you drink it, you gonna feel like that a little bit, but it'll give you like a burst of energy. And that burst of energy is because, and then that breaks up all that mucus, and it comes out.
Praise Allah. Well, man, thank you for that. And like we say, you know, moving forward, you know, every other Monday, Moors, we and who are watching, we're gonna have the juice lady on here giving us some, you know, tips, and you know, we're gonna talk about health. And like she said, feel free to even on her Facebook or Instagram page, uh, comment on if you try certain things, but also on More Sense on the page, comment if you tried it and it worked and things of this nature. Because what we are trying to do at More Sense Media is we're trying to provide you with quality.
That's right.
And not only quality, we want to stand out and be different from what you have seen in the past with a fresh new air, because more science is not about filing paperwork. It's not about
Arguing with people.
yeah, all these things that you see on the internet.
Right.
It's about developing a actual way of life and establishing to yourself principles that you can ever act according to them. And like we're saying, it requires us to, eat right, and it requires us to get our physical bodies in order so that we can hear what Allah is trying to communicate to us, and we'll actually see a difference, so in the Moorish world and one another. So praise Allah for your time, Sheikess Wright-Bey, and
No
all the
problem.
information that you will be bringing to us in the near future. Because I know I still have a long way to go.
Same.
And I'm feeling good, but I still,
Yeah,
still need to do
it's
something.
every day.
Absolutely.
Every day.
So we hope, our listening audience, we hope that you and viewing audience, we hope that you got something. We know that you got something, but we always say we hope that you got something from us, because we know that we sure do. We like doing what we do. This is why we do it.
That's right.
And we'll continue to bring this information to you, and feel free to reach out to us, um and praise the Lord. Other than that, Moors, I don't know if y'all have any sheep Jonel, do you have anything, or
You said it all.
praise the Lord.
Yeah. Well,
Okay.
I'm gonna leave out with this little inspirational. I just wrote this last night,
Praise the Lord.
Praise
and
Allah.
then we can close out. So, Allah has created the human perfectly. Each part of our body is connected to the Creator. He created us in a way that we can communicate directly to Him, and that is through self-love. When we begin to love ourselves, we learn how to love our bodies, nature, our fellow man, and animals, etc. So first, we must tap into ourselves to truly experience who Allah is in you and me individually. The colon is an important part of the human system. Through a clean colon, your intuition gets stronger, your purpose becomes clear, and your outlook on life changes because you go from looking into seeing the blessings at your feet. Peace and love.
Islam.
Peace, love, and light. So, Sheikess Wright-Bey, we're gonna ask you to lead us out in prayer
Islam.
on one, and please, viewing audience, we should be back on Thursday,
Well, yeah,
with the Elder series,
that's right.
and then not the next Monday, but the following Monday after this Monday that's ready to pass, we'll be back with the Juice Lady. Islam or
Islam. Islam.
3, 2, 1.
Allah, the Father of the universe,
Allah,
the Father
Father of the universe,
the Father of love,
the Father of love,
truth,
truth,
peace,
peace,
freedom,
freedom,
and justice.
and justice.
Allah is my protector,
Allah is my protector,
my guide,
my guide,
and my salvation.
and my salvation.
By night
By night
and by day.
and by day.
Through his holy prophet,
Through his holy prophet,
Drew Ali.
Drew Ali.
Amen.
Amen.
Islam.
Islam. Praise Allah.
Thanks again, y'all, for having me. I'll see y'all in 2 weeks.
Islam.
Okay, all right.
Oh.
Thank you. See you at the same Moorish time on the same Moorish channel. Islam.
Islam.
Praise Allah.